Hi guys, it's us. So we haven't posted in a while. We just haven't had an idea.
We've posted stuff, but we haven't posted.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Just haven't posted a podcast in a while. Before we start, do you want to give an NSFW warning? Not that they're just
Warning, we're doing Am I the Asshole? So we will be swearing sometimes. And
Actually, no, most of these are on Am I the Devil?
Or that. So,
So,
if you guys don't like Reddit stuff.
I got this idea from Smosh, so credit to them. But other people have done this. This is just, let's get into this. So this is on the subreddit, Am I the A-hole?
Slay.
And I'll tell you what they ruled at the end, after we, finish talking.
Oh, yay. If you guys have opinions, tell them to us.
In the comments section, please.
Out loud.
We need more engagement.
Tell us out loud. We will hear you.
In your heads.
We will hear you. We are watching you.
Also, if we, say something, oh, yeah, that's fine, and then y'all are like, no, that's not fine, don't blame us. We have autism.
Literally.
So, number one, am I the a-hole for canceling my daughter's therapy because she had bad grades? My daughter, 14, had anxiety problems ever since she was little, but it was not severe. 3 months ago, my daughter changed drastically. She stopped eating, talking to us or her friends, and her marks dropped. We were really concerned, and her teacher strongly suggested we take her to therapy, which we did, and she was diagnosed with severe depression and social anxiety, which was expected. The therapy sessions looked like they helped her well. In the first month, she already began making progress and started talking to us and her friends again, and is eating whatever her mother is cooking. We were really happy to see this, and every day she would get better and better. Thing is, her marks did not. They are terrible, and she ended up barely passing the year. This is what infuriated me and made me cancel her therapy sessions. I know to some it might sound terrible, but paying $120 per session and seeing no progress in her marks makes me feel like I'm seriously wasting my money. Now that she returned back, now that they returned back to normal. Not only that, but since she really enjoys going to therapy, I think telling her that she needs to get higher marks to continue her therapy sessions will motivate her to study harder and thus get better marks. My wife disagrees with logic, and we had a massive argument, which ended up with her saying that she is going to pay from her money, which hurt me since I see my and her money as ours. My daughter is also really upset on me and was begging me to keep her therapy sessions, but I think I am going to stick to this plan. Am I the a-hole here?
So, no, he is the asshole.
100%.
His child could have, something else, a learning disability as well. Or,
But also, she could,
social anxiety.
Yeah. And so let me tell you, she might also be in the wrong school.
Literally.
So I know from experience, this is something I have experienced, not the canceling therapy part. So, I lost contact with a lot of my friends, not because, it was just I rarely went to school. My mental health was at an all-time low because,
School sucked.
Yeah. My marks dropped really badly. And then I switched schools. And my marks still are bad, but my mental health, my marks have been going up. My mental health, better. All-time high right now.
Literally.
Might not be, the students still might be a little bit annoying, but they're not, calling me slurs.
I moved schools, I have all A's, but that's because this school's easier than my old school. Do I like this school? No. Has this school done bad for me? Yeah. Do people care? No.
My mom really struggled to get me into this school, and, but I'm very glad that she did. And I'm glad she continued fighting.
Literally. What did other people say that he was?
yeah, everybody's like, yeah, you're the a-hole, that's not how mental health works, blah, 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 Deeply apologize for my ignorant replies and for hurting so many people. Please know that I had no intention in offending anyone, and it was so upsetting to see how mental illness has affected many of you. I hope you guys can overcome this one day. I talked to my wife, and her therapy sessions will continue. Next story. This one's, wow. Am I the asshole for catfishing my underage sister on Tinder and humiliating her in order to teach her a lesson?
Yes.
Last week, I was using my sister Ashley's phone because mine was dead and I needed to call a friend to confirm plans. Dialing my friend's number, I saw a Tinder notification of some dude messaging her. I immediately asked why she's on Tinder. She's 17, and she grabbed her phone and said, "None of your business." I decided that I wanted to have a little fun with this. I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's just swiping for fun. She didn't want to go straight to ratting her out to her parents. To test if she was just using it for fun, I decided I was going to make a Tinder profile of someone else and message her to see if she responds. I asked a good friend from back in college, who happens to be a male model, Kevin, if he'd mind if I used his pictures and explained the situation. He thought it would be hilarious and told me to go for it. I created this account, set my age to 22, set my swipe radius to a mile, and quickly found my sister's account. Her age was set to 19. Lie, she's still in high school. So it's definitely more suspicious of her now. I super liked, and less than an hour later, she matched and messaged me. I decided to set up a date to a fancy restaurant downtown for Sunday afternoon and told her we could head to my place afterwards.
Ew.
She was completely receptive and said she'd meet me there. She told her parents she was hanging out with one of her track friends and spending the night at her place. After she left, I told our parents everything and showed them all the messages. They were pissed. I suggested we go to the restaurant. My dad and I just went instead and saw her sitting at a table all alone, all dolled up, waiting for Jim. My dad went up to her and said, "Jim's not coming," and she screamed, asked what we were doing there. Turns out that there was no Jim, and it was fucking stupid of her to be trying to meet grown men on Tinder at her age. My dad harped on to that and lectured her on lying and meeting strangers on the internet, being so willing to go to a stranger's place. We were a bit loud, so people were starting to look at us, and my sister eventually bursted into tears and ran out. I told my friends in a group chat the situation, and they all agreed it was hysterical, except two of my female friends who said I was a fucking dick and cruel to her. My other friends defended me and said she needed to be taught a lesson, wondering who's right and if I went too far. Edit, yes, when I asked if she wants to go to my place afterwards, it was heavily implied that she would have had sex with Jim, and that's why I went the extent that I did.
Yeah, kinda, he is, but, also, she shouldn't be on dating apps and going out with 22-year-olds.
Gross, yeah.
Maybe with 18
but also,
or 19-year-olds.
Searching out for your sister, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Like telling your sister, "I found Tinder, I don't think you should be on it, because that's not safe for you."
Yeah.
So, I would say, you're the a-hole.
Bro, don't do that. There's better ways to go through that situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was declared the asshole. Oh.
What?
This title, bro. Some of these titles are wild. No, this is not the only thing that's related to periods. So, this one is about periods.
Oh, what a great topic for us this month.
Am I the asshole for telling my stepdaughter to stop using period products in the bathroom she shares with my teenage sons? My new wife and stepdaughter for about 6 months now. She's 19, almost 20, and I have 3 sons, aged 18, 16, and 15. She's a really good kid, and she's a good influence on my sons. Really enjoy having her around. My wife and her daughters moved into my house and sold theirs. My stepdaughter's father isn't present in her life, nor is my son's mother. All 4 children share a bathroom. My sons have never lived for a long period of time with a woman, nor have any of them had long-term girlfriends. They had short visitation periods when they were younger, but never longer than an hour, so living with 2 women has been unusual for them. My eldest son, 18, came to me last week and told me that his stepsister disposes of her used sanitary products in the trash can they share. but doesn't use toilet roll or sandwich bags to disguise what they are. And it makes them uncomfortable, which I think is reasonable. My sons are teenage boys and don't want to see their stepsister's period products on full display. A few nights ago, I went in the kitchen to grab a snack, and she was there doing some work for university. My wife had mentioned that she knew she was on her period, so I took it as an opportunity to have a word with her. I told her my sons were uncomfortable and asked her if she'd mind putting her used products in diaper bags or flushing them down the toilet.
No.
She laughed and told me it was rich coming from a man who sheds like a gorilla and has produced 3 skid-marking sons, which I thought was just an unnecessary attack. I've been nothing but nice to the girl, and it's hardly a comparison. My son shouldn't be subjected to her unhygienic products if it makes them uncomfortable. She went on to lecture me about how tampons can't be flushed and it's bad for the environment. She used diaper bags for everyone, which I think is just an excuse. I called her a scruff and told her that this was my house and that what I say goes. I had her ask my wife if she could have a word with her, and she told me I was being ridiculous and that her daughter has had her period for 10 years and knows what she's doing. When I told her it was making my sons uncomfortable, she said my sons needed to get a grip and turned over and went to sleep. This is a genuine issue to me, and she didn't care enough to have a discussion about it. I asked my stepdaughter again in the morning, and she did the same as her mother, completely dismissed it. Both of them had told me to stop being so silly, but I don't see how I'm being unreasonable when it makes my sons uncomfortable. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, but like also, we were taught to wrap our things in toilet paper to mask the smell.
Dude.
Not because of the sight, but because of the smell. You know?
Yeah.
So it's weird that she doesn't wrap her stuff in like either the wrapper that she used beforehand.
Especially since she shares, but when I use pads, I never really like wrap them up because like I'm the only one that uses that bathroom.
I wrap mine up just because. Because I was like, oh, that's what we're supposed to do because smell and stuff.
I was never really taught to wrap it up though.
I was
in 6th grade when that happened, and but like, dude, you're saying that her period's embarrassing, practically.
Yeah.
Teach your boys that it's fine to be on your period, and it's not a gross thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be gross if you see the blood.
But like,
say that it's the blood, not the physical tampon. There's enough date.
I hate how he suggested to flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
Like, honey.
Okay, there's an update. Not even 2 hours after I posted this, my wife and stepdaughter gathered my sons and I, and gave us a full intensive period for pricks course. PowerPoint, it was a hoot. They made an interactive quiz and everything. My sons and I learned a lot and apologized to my stepdaughter. Thank you for your input.
Yay.
So yeah, he's the asshole.
He was the asshole, and then he learned.
Okay, next story. Am I the asshole for telling my ex-fiance he couldn't have his ring back? We broke up a year ago. For context, my ex-fiance and I broke up last year because he was insecure over my relationship with my ex at the time. My ex at the time was really close with me because we were literally best friends growing up, and our relationship ended on good terms. My ex-fiance got upset because I wanted him invited to our wedding as my male maid of honor of sorts, because he was literally my best friend. My ex was bitter because he thought I was holding on to feelings or something, so we broke off our engagement literally a month before we got married. It was a really bitter fight, and in the aftermath, he sarcastically told me that I could keep the ring so my best friend could use it to propose to me. Just for the record, I didn't have the heart to sell the ring. It was a really beautiful piece that we quote-unquote made together. One of our mutual good friends is a jeweler, so her and I designed the ring together. It was a really personal piece with flower engravings and my favorite gemstones, etc. My ex-fiance proposed to me without a ring. We made the ring later. He had an engagement ring similar made. Flash forwards to the next few months, and me and my best friend rekindled our relationship. Just to be clear, during my relationship with my ex-fiance, we did not have feelings for each other. It was strictly platonic, but about a week ago, he proposed to me with the ring, saying that he knew I really liked the piece. I accepted, and I posted a picture on Instagram to celebrate. my ex-fiance then called me today and basically berated me over the phone about how fucked up it is that I accepted that engagement ring and how bad he looked online. Then he asked for the ring back. I told him to fuck off because it's literally mine and I can do with it what I please. And I'm starting to have second thoughts about now concerning everything because I do admit it's kind of weird. My asshole. I do wish people would stop assuming I cheated on my ex-fiance when they don't know the people involved in the story personally or how our relationship worked. General census says that I'm the asshole, and I'll take the judgment, but I do wish the judgment could be given without people's opinions of a possible affair that they formed off a narrow view of all of us as people. Me and my current fiance were platonic, at least on my end, and I think so on his end too, but I can't speak for him. Because I was head over heels for my ex-fiance at the time. But I understand that your personal opinions regarding me outweigh the reality of what actually happened. Be kind to one another.
I don't think they are.
Like, me neither. But also, like, it's kind of weird that he proposed with the same ring. An asshole. But she's also, like, not, like... Anyway, am I the asshole for not returning my engagement ring after my fiance passed away? First time posting, sorry if I made any mistakes. I, 31 female, recently lost my fiancé, 37M, Jake. We've been together for 6 years. His death was unexpected, and I'm still mourning. At his funeral, which I arranged and paid for, his brother, 32M, Jim, asked me when I'm going to return the engagement ring to the family. For context, the engagement ring with which Jake proposed is an ancient family heirloom. It's a gorgeous ring, but what makes it priceless is the story behind it. Jake got the ring from his grandma a month before we started dating. He claimed he knew back then he would marry me someday and wanted to get his grandma's blessing on the ring. When he proposed, his grandma already passed away, so having the blessings put on the ring made it extra special for the both of us. I asked Jim if he's serious, to which he said yes. Apparently, his long-term girlfriend, Stacy, saw the ring a while ago, fell in love with it, and the story behind it. So she kept nagging him to get her something similar, which he couldn't. He figured since I can no longer marry Jake, he can propose to Stacy with it. I told him that he is rude and that the ring was blessed especially for Jake and I in mind. And even if that wasn't the case, bringing it up during Jake's funeral is incredibly disrespectful. After the funeral, I got a massage. It says massage. But she meant message. I got a message from Stacy saying it would mean the world for her to be the new owner of the ring, and I could always think of her and Jim's wedding as the bittersweet ending to my relationship. She said the ring was blessed so one of the grandsons can marry the love of his life, and since Jim is the only living grandson left, he has a claim to it. I blocked her. My ex-mother-in-law also reached out to me and said that although she understands my pain, I keep the ring since it's a family heirloom. So I should suck it up and give it to Jim. I snapped and told her no. The ring is staying with me and following me to the grave if need be. It's a beautiful symbol of Jake's love, and I won't let Jim and Stacy sully that memory of him. The ring is legally mine, so all they can do is cry about it and be bitter. They keep harassing me on social media, saying I'm a bad person, that I stole the family heirloom to spite Jim and Stacy out of jealousy, but I ignore them. Today I met up with my brother, and he said although Jim's approach was highly inappropriate, being selfish for keeping the ring as a keepsake. I could always wear different jewelry that Jake bought me in his memory, but they can never replace an heirloom that's been in their family for generations. I'm now back home and I can't stop thinking about it. Up until this point, I was sure I did everything right, but maybe I'm just being blinded by my grief. Friends suggested I ask for an objective opinion and recommended this place. So, am I the asshole?
I wouldn't think so.
No,
She said it's legally hers too.
That, and also, it's also it's technically like in the family. They were like going to get married, but then her fiance passed away, and she wants to keep that because he was blessed for her and her fiance, specifically from the grandma who passed away.
Literally.
So no, she's in the right, and that family can. There's an update. I'm ready to answer some commonly asked questions, and because I think I've made up my mind on what to do with the ring. 1. I met Jake's grandpa. grandma. She passed away a year before an engagement. By that time, I was already introduced to the family. We were supposed to get married on the 31st of October,
Ooh.
2022. We met during a Halloween party, so we thought it was fitting. My brother helped me cancel the wedding venue and catering since I didn't have the heart to do it. We don't have children due to personal reasons. We never planned on having any biological kids. However, we did plan on adopting/fostering after our marriage was finalized. Stacy did mention a couple of times how gorgeous my engagement ring Stacy did mention a couple of times how gorgeous my engagement ring is and asked if she could try it on. I refused. Back then, I thought she was trying to hint to Jim he should propose already. I didn't think she was actually interested in the ring itself. 5. The ring is legally mine. Jake's will, I'm written as the beneficiary. The will was written 2 years ago and hasn't been changed since. 6. Jake passed away in a work-related accident. I claimed the life insurance plus sued the company he worked at since I believe his death was due to their negligence and could have been avoided. Currently in a legal battle with the company. 7. I paid for the funeral because I wanted to make sure everything was organized the way Jake would have wanted it. As horrible as it sounds, I was financially well off before Jake's death, and now due to his will, life insurance, and company compensation, I'm practically rich. So I have the funds to organize him a really nice funeral. 8. When I told ex-mother-in-law I'll take the ring to my grave, I meant it. When Jake passed, I considered joining him a couple of times before finally started going to therapy. I don't think I'll ever date or get engaged again. It's too painful. 9. As for my decision, I'd rather wait for hell to freeze over than let Stacy and Jim get the ring. For now, the ring is staying with me. However, I am considering the following option. Jake has one cousin, 10F, female, that lives far away. I used to babysit her while her parents still lived in town. I think I'll gift her the ring after she graduates high school and pay for her college tuition using the life insurance money I got. I hope that way I can do right by both Jake and his grandma. They say time heals. Hopefully 8 years will be enough for me to let go of the ring. If not, I guess we'll see then. I'm not telling on anyone in this family that what I have planned. Let them think they've lost the ring forever. I think it's a punishment for their actions. By the way, I lost a comment that said this, but someone compared Stacy to Gollum. I don't know who it was, but this genuinely made me laugh for the first time in a while. Thank you. I'm an asshole for not letting my girlfriend wear her unique dress to a wedding. Throwaway count because she uses Reddit. My 25 male girlfriend, female 30, Nat has a very particular sense of style. Picture Harley Finkel from Wizards of Waverly Place. You will get the idea. Don't get me wrong, I never had a problem with that. In fact, I love the way she dresses because she loves to do so, and I'm happy if she is happy. The thing is, sometimes she likes to incorporate memes into her clothes.
Okay.
No problem. It's cute, but now she wants to wear a dress inspired on the meme Gay Rat Wedding to my friend's wedding. He and his fiancé are gay. I told her maybe that is not really appropriated. The dress in question would be full of little stuffed rats, pride flags, and a big "I support gay rats" on the front. My friend is not a big fan of the way my girlfriend dresses, and I think this dress may cause a certain uproar in the wedding. Now Nat is upset with me and claiming that I am throwing water in her flame of creativity. The wedding is next month, so she has plenty of time to think about another thing to wear. Should I just let her go with the dress? Am I the asshole in this situation?
No.
You see
Honey,
why I picked this one?
it's not a costume party.
It's a wedding. Maybe if you want to bring one pride flag, that would be fine. Maybe one rat.
Maybe a rat holding a pride flag.
A rat and pride flag and be like, here's my wedding gift to you. A gay rat. You know, just kind of as like a funny thing. But not in the whole outfit.
Like, you could bring a rat holding a pride flag. That sounds okay. And give it to them. But your
really
outfit? No.
There are 2 updates. Well, guys, as many of you pointed out in the comments, me getting a throwaway account didn't help. She found the post. Guess I was too specific after all. I will update soon. And final update. Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank you all for your judgment, advices, and opinions on my post. It was greatly appreciated. So, the conversation did not go well. She was livid with me for exposing her in this way. And although I showed her the comments, most important, the ones from the LGBTQIA community, she refused to admit that her dress was a poor choice, but in fact her way to appreciate the gays. That did not sit well with me. Love can move mountains, but not maintain a relationship with a homophobic. So now I'm going to the wedding. A single, rat-free dressed man. I did reach out to my friend and send him the post. He thought the situation to be hilarious, but if she did show up in the dress, he would definitely kick us to the curb. I guess this is all.
We're gonna leave you guys.
But I have more insane stories for next time.
Yeah.